Hi everyone, welcome back to another episode of Birdies with Boynsy, and we've got a couple of little rules for you this week. We had a great request from Nathan Kiddie because down here on the fourth, on the right hand side at the Weald of Kent, we've got a ditch, yet we've got a path as well. So we had a little situation that occurred during the club championships where we got asked for a ruling where the ball is in the hazard but you're on the path. The player in question wanted to take relief from the path, but rule 17.3 that we're just going to pop up on the screen now clearly states that when you're in the hazard, you're not allowed relief from other obstacles. So the two options, or the three options you'd have, is you could play the ball as it lies. I suppose there's four options actually. You could play the ball as it lies, which is option number one, which is going to be quite a tricky shot, even if we did have two hands. You might be able to get to it, but as you can see, I'm clearly stood on the path. You can take your drop to the side, you can take your drop on line of entry, or you can take stroke and distance and go back to the tee. So I'm not sure what they actually ended up doing in club championships, but you wouldn't get relief from being on the path whilst you're in the hazard. So that was the first little query. Now let's get onto your shot, Nathan. Right, so Nathan had asked about coming into this hazard on the right-hand side. I mean, easiest thing to do is hit it down the left-hand side of the fairway, Nathan. Stay away from this right-hand side, we're in the trees. But if you do find yourself in this situation, as I've just mentioned on the previous thing, we have got a couple of different options that we can do. If so wanted, I mean, that one looks a little bit easier. I probably wouldn't get the stance, but you would be able to get a swing, you would be able to get some height. Hopefully you could manage to get that ball out, especially as it's a little bit dry in here at the moment. So you could play the ball as it lies. The other options that we've got, you can take the drop, and this is where it gets a little bit trickier. So we, off the tee, we'll have hit that fade, we'd have hit that slice. I would imagine that the ball is coming from this angle, so we can drop the ball on the line of entry, or you can keep the line of entry between you and the flag. If we're dropping on the line of entry, this was the sort of question Nathan was asking, are we allowed to take relief onto the path? Well, I could be wrong here, and if I am, please let me know in the comments, but from my understanding, we would take relief from the path, relief from the hazard, the penalty area, so we'd mark our point out of where we've gone in. You then get two clubs, so the way I remember this is when you're taking a drop, you buy two, you get one free. If it's a free drop, it's one club length. If it's a penalty drop, it's two club lengths. So I'm paying for this because it's a shot, and then I'm now two club lengths away, and I would then drop my ball in that position. So I'd be looking to drop over on this side here, then I would be allowed to take relief from the path. As I say, I could be wrong on that, but I'm pretty sure you take relief from the penalty area first, and then you take relief from the path. So if I was to get that ball back out, there we go. And this is where it might be a bit tricky, because if my ball takes a nice kick onto the right-hand side, when you're taking relief from the path, it's the nearest point. I need to try and make sure that my drop stays on this left-hand side. Took a little kick. It's probably still just enough on this side. So then I would be taking the relief from the path, marking my point there, measuring out my club lengths. So now it's only a free drop, so I'm only measuring out one, then I'm out here. So you would be paying for that original penalty drop and then taking that second drop from the path. Hopefully hopefully you can understand that. Again, you're more than welcome to go back to the tee and take your stroke and distance. And like I said, if I'm wrong, please let me know in the comments. If you've got any other rules queries, send them in.